Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Duck Gaming. I'm back today doing another episode of a Contest of Champions, essentially a Marvel fighting game. Now, if you're new to the series, the first one you've watched, please go back. There's been a couple of episodes, an introduction where I've kind of talked about my main account, and also the first episode, A New Hope. Which basically just gives some of the basic fighting mechanics, talks about the class types, which is quite crucial in getting the advantage in middle of fights. Now, today we're kitting off with Story Mission 3 of Chapter 1 of Act 1. We're very at the beginning right now. Another thing I've decided to do is I'm going to be skipping quite a lot of the exploration, I've decided, as we play, because quite a lot of the exploration is just redoing the same story missions over and over again to get the exploration reward. Now, the exploration reward is about twice as good as the completion reward, so as you've probably noticed, quite a lot of these story missions have several paths that you can go down. And what I've decided to do is I will show you the first run through the story mission, then the second run or the third run, or how many runs I have to do to get the full completion. I will show you the last boss fight of, and possibly any other fight that is either a really high combo or maybe a new champion if we do get one. Then if I'm, running with a new champion, so you can see their kind of combat style, because quite often I use one hero the whole way through, just because in my head I'm just trying to speedrun it, because as interesting it is to do the game, it's one of those things where you do kind of get into a phase, I think, like just into a momentum of the game, and for me that's just how I play, so I am sorry about that, but I'm going to try and leave as much help as possible for you guys. Now, something I want to talk about today is passive abilities. So as you can see here, quite a lot of these heroes have certain abilities. So for example, Wolverine, when he hits, he has a chance of making the enemy character bleed. Now, bleed, for example, carries on taking health off of the enemy team, even if you're not hitting them. So you can get them quite low down and they carry on bleeding and die just like that. Now, quite important thing that I need to talk about is the difference between 1-star and 2-star heroes, which kind of goes on to 3 and 4 stars, but we're nowhere near those, so we're not even going to touch on those yet. We'll do that in a much later video. Now, the difference between 1 stars and 2 stars is quite crucial. Now, the more stars a champion has, the higher the power rating, higher the team rating, and the higher the attack and health. So essentially they're a stronger hero. But the actual statistics are much more important, and that is, if you have a 2-star hero, it can have a 3rd power bar. So here you can see this 1-star hero hasn't ranked up yet, but has a 1 power bar. If we rank this up to max, it can get a 2 power bar. A 2-star hero starts off with a 2 power bar as a standard. If you rank them up, you can get a 3rd power bar, which is like an ultimate move that can't be blocked. And the thing is, a 1-star cannot get up to that point, so they can never do a maximum damage. Therefore, they cannot really compete against the high level attacks, because their standard attack they do from their special attack just isn't strong enough, and it can be quite easily be blocked. The other thing, you can't get duplicate 1-star heroes that activates a signature ability. So any duplicate champion you get gives you ISO. So the higher the duplicate level, the more ISO you get from it. The thing is, if you only get ISO from a 1-star hero, whereas if you get a duplicate 2-star hero, you get the ISO, but you also get a signature ability unlocked for that character. So for example, if you have a 2-star Wolverine and you get a duplicate 2-star Wolverine, then you unlock regeneration, and there's basically a chance, I think it starts off about 5.6% chance, that every hit you activate a regeneration ability on Wolverine, and regenerates 50% of the attacks that you dealt to the enemy at the time of unlocking the regeneration ability. So it's very crucial, because actually a regeneration ability can actually regenerate about 50% of your health as you're going through, and if you have a constant regeneration, you can actually get to a point where you're taking less damage than you're actually regenerating, and you can become pretty damn invincible, which is important when going against higher level characters. Now, luckily we don't have any 2-stars, we don't need to be worried about that, but when we do get 2-star heroes, duplicates are going to be important. Now, as you can see here, we've completed the mission, and you're going to see the completion rewards here. Now, this is very unusual because you get 50 units. and you don't normally get 50 units when you complete a mission, but because it wants to show you how to buy crystals, it's going to give us this. So we're going to have to spend 50 units, which is quite a lot, on a really bad crystal. Now, the crystal we're going to have to buy is a 1-star or a 2-star champion crystal, hero crystal. Now, honestly, it will probably troll us and give us a 1-star crystal hero in the middle of 2 2-stars. That's what it normally does. Although there's a lot of 2-stars there, you have a 90% chance getting a 1-star hero, and then about a 10% chance of getting a 1-star hero. Now, if you've ever... Sorry, a 1% chance of getting a 2-star hero. Now, if you've ever played CSGO and opened a crate on that, you know that you normally go past about 50,000 pinks or purples and the highest rarities, and normally end up on something like a blue. It's the exact same thing. Although you pass a lot of high-level characters and quite rare characters, you normally always stop on the lowest tier. Just because if it gave you the best heroes every time, there would be no competitive nature of this game, and also no incentive to buy crystals. Now, the important thing I want to stress is I'm not going to be buying any crystals, but this is one thing that I can show you guys. If you've never joined an alliance in this game, it's extremely useful. Just click alliance, search for a name. So I'm just searching for Avenger, and then I'm going to change to Avengers with a Z, just because that's a little bit more obscure. And you're just looking for a low-level team rating of about 4,000 to 5,000 possibly. I'm joining 42,000 just because I know I can be a bit more competitive, and you get a free premium crystal, which I'll show you guys in a second. These are events, alliance events. When you complete these, you can get things as you see now. You can get crystals, you can get gold, you can get units, but to compete in those you need to have more champions, so you're not really going to have to worry about those now. Now, if we go to mail, you'll see alliance join rewards. We get a premium crystal and 25 units, so that's going to put us good stead to getting some good heroes. Now, I'm not going to open that crystal straight away. I'm going to actually save that for the next episode. Now, the reason for this is the more premium hero crystals you open at the same time, the higher chance you have of getting a higher level hero. So a premium hero crystal costs 100 units. It guarantees a 2-star to a 4-star hero. Now, normally you're going to get 2-star, small chance of getting a 3-star, impossible chance of getting a 4-star. Most people that play have played for months and months and months and still haven't got a 4-star hero. Now, I'm normally quite lucky, and because I open multiples at the same time, I normally get some good heroes, so I am hoping for good heroes, but this probably isn't gonna help me. But to start with, you're normally always going to get 2 stars, just because it won't give you a 4-star hero generally from a premium hero crystal when you've just got like 5 champions. It does try and base on level, so the higher the level you are, the more heroes you have, the higher chance of getting a 4-star. Which makes sense. It's this idea of making progression and keeping you going actually, and making sure you have an incentive to get crystals. Now, I left Gamora in here. I am going to skip the rest of the exploration, but just so you can see Gamora's ability, she has the bleed there as well. And she's quite a badass character actually, but she's much better a 2-star version or a 3-star version, because quite honestly, like I say, 1-star heroes just aren't very good, and the minute you get 2 stars, you're going to be replacing them very quickly. Now, I'm not going to open the premium hero crystal. I'm going to try and get 100 units first. I think you get something like 15 maybe from this. So we're going to just try and complete this mission here, and then that should put us in good stead for the next episode. So the next episode, we're going to be opening and hopefully getting a couple of 2-star heroes just to boost our team up very quickly. You've noticed I've not upgraded any of my heroes at all. The ISO I've been saving up. Now, the reason for this is, for me, there's no point in putting all your ISO into a 1-star hero that you're not going to be using again. At the end of the day, your 2-star heroes are the most important thing, so just save it for the 2-star heroes, because let's be honest, you're going to be using those more than the 1-stars. In the arena, you probably aren't going to use the 1-stars, apart from massive arenas. 2-star heroes are the most commonly used ones in the arena, so you don't need to spend a lot of time with your 1-stars. I mean, it's nice to have them there, maybe rank them up so they have some ability so they can be useful, but for now, don't waste your ISO on it. Just save it, be patient. If you're really struggling and need that little bit of extra attack, then upgrade them with a couple of levels. But the more ISO you save for later, the greater advantage you're going to have at these earlier levels with the 2-star heroes when you unlock them. So here we go. That's going to be it for this episode. Please like and subscribe if you want more. Comment below. Thank you for commenting as well. It really helps me. Just that feedback makes me know that you like the series, and make sure I carry on going. So thank you guys for watching. See you again soon for the third episode. Thank you. Bye.